Hi, welcome. This is Alexander Sebastian with our 14th presentation on parents as partners. And today we're going to be talking about something that really I'm interested in and is a phenomenon in the world that we're seeing that's just getting more and more challenging. And that is the amount of time we spend on entertainment. And I'm suggesting that we as parents, we have an obligation to make sure that in our homes and in our schools that there's an emphasis put on being a creator rather than a consumer. Kids spend 9 hours a day outside of schoolwork on their gadgets being entertained mostly. This is phenomenal. This is creating a mentality where all you have to do is switch off your mind, open up the screen, and let someone else take over your brain waves for the next, 9 hours a day for these kids. And for kids that are under the age of teenagers, it's 8 hours. But you know who the biggest consumers of entertainment is? It's the adults. We consume up to 11 hours a day on our gadgets that's non-job related and not being productive, but just being entertainment. This includes smartphones and television and all the other time consumers that just eat up our lives, actually. It wasn't so long ago that in our society, everybody was a producer. Farmers were producing, workers were producing, teachers were producing, parents were producing, kids were working part-time or full-time. It was a society of producers. And then with the increase in disposable income and automated production, that there was this shift from being producers to more leisure time, and we could just consume. So now society is divided very clearly between two types of people. Just as some people say society is divided between those who are fit physically and get out and exercise and live their life to the fullest, and those who, because they're not fit, stay indoors when they're indoors, they're encouraged to consume because they have all the means surrounding them. So that's one divide. But the more important divide is those between those who are creating our content for our lives and those of us who are just consuming it. When I say creating content, I mean not just our music and our television, our entertainment, but our fashions, our social trends, and our ideas. So there's a very few people out there, and there's a term for them now. It's called influencers, and they're the ones who are defining what we wear, what we eat, where we go, what we think is a good time, the popular vacation spots. It's all being done by a very small group of people hooked up with the media to disseminate these ideas through the general public, and we adopt them and we say, yeah, that's cool, I want that, or I want to do that. Now this increase in leisure time has been a boom for the entertainment industry. The creators, as I said, are hooked up with the entertainment industry, and they're just loving this extra time. And as you know, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all of this is just trying to get your time, and they make their money off the time that you spend watching them. So you are actually their product, and we are trying to get to hold you here on YouTube as long as we can, to get as much time as we can so we can make some money. I don't make any money. I don't have enough followers, but my goal is to try to create something, and I'm enjoying doing it. Okay, another thing that these creators and the media are loving is the way that childhood is being extended past the teenage years and into adulthood. Now, everybody knows about the story of the 30-year-old still living at home in the basement. You can see it on Modern Family when Haley comes home with Dylan and they're twins. So it's becoming quite acceptable, and as a parent I can say I wouldn't mind that. But because the children, who are often adults, don't need to make the money to have a house of their own, so they have that extra. They don't have to work. If they don't need the money, they don't have to work. They don't have to work. They have the free time. And with the free time, what are they doing? Spending it in entertainment. That's an interesting word, entertainment. Entertainment comes from the French word entre and the Latin word to hold, tenir, entertain. So they're trying to hold on to you, hold on to your minds. Even the word entertainment, we think it sounds like a nice fun word, entertainment. But actually, they're trying to hold on to our mind and define what the world is and what our world is, and not let us outside. And they're very effective at it. So what can we do as parents and as influencers in our schools to be sure that there is a culture of creativity and doers rather than just sitters and consumers? Well, first of all, as adults and as parents, our number one obligation is to give them the example. You know, if our kids come into the dining room in the morning and we're on our computers and we barely raise our head to say hi or to give them a hug, that sets the tone for the house. And it's okay for the first thing in the morning to get your fix of Facebook or whatever. So turn that thing off. Don't turn it on in the morning, and spend your time appreciating that you're alive for one more morning. What kind of weather is it outside? The seasons are changing, and when your kids and spouse come into the room, to greet them and begin an exchange. And don't allow your kids to hook up right away with their telephones in the morning and to ignore you as a human being and as an important person, or other family members. Number one rule, no gadgets ever at the table. Okay. So number one is to be a role model. And it's not easy. As I said, adults are spending 11 hours on non-essential screen use during the day. Unbelievable, but that's what the statistics say. Another way you as a parent can be a model: when something breaks in your house, see if you can figure out how to fix it. If you can't, and you don't do any more damage than's already done, okay, you're going to have to call the repairman. But that's a puzzle, it's a game, and you can invite your child and take out the toolbox and see if you can figure out how it works. And it's a problem-solving opportunity. When if you're a trailing spouse at home, or your husband or wife is working and you're at home, don't give in to that easy habit of just turning on Facebook. Decide how you want to spend your time. Set up a plan. How much time you want to spend on Facebook. Facebook in itself is not evil. It's just that we let it dominate us, and so we are our own worst enemy. How much time do you need to spend on there? Set goals. You have to have a plan. Today I want to get this done, that done, that done, and I will spend approximately this much time on each one. And you know how much time you really need. And don't get caught up in those sidebars and those links. They're all very cleverly engineered by social scientists and consumer experts on how to get your time and get your mind where they want it to be. So you set your plan, you set your goals, and you decide how you want to use your time and what you want to do with it. And you'll see, it'll make a difference in your life. It'll enrich it, and you'll have time to go to the gym. You'll have time to do something in the kitchen that you've been wanting to do. You'll have time to start painting, or go to the gym, or visit your town, or learn the language if you're an expat. You have a lot of time, but these screens are just eating it up, including right now with me. The problem is our entertainment procreates itself. How often do you see on the television programs people come home and they flop down on the couch and the first thing they do is reach for the remote, and on goes on the TV. So we think, okay, that is okay. So when we get home, we follow and do the same thing, and then all of a sudden it's 10 o'clock at night, and the television is still going. We haven't had dinner, and then we flop in bed and wake up in the morning and then give our time and our mind to our companies where we work. Dynamism is self-rewarding, mentally, materially, and socially. If you are up doing things, getting things done, you feel better about yourself, your body's getting exercise, you're learning things all the time, and your friends are going to think, wow, this person's a real go-getter, they get things done, and they're going to call on you because people like people who get things done. These are the people that run the PTAs, these are the people who become leaders, these are entrepreneurs, trendsetters in the world, and much more rewarding, much more challenging. And for those who are getting up in age like myself, it's a good way to avoid Alzheimer's. Keep your mind working and thinking and make a habit of it. Because these habits that the kids are developing now, probably based on what they're seeing their parents do, is going to be the type of person they are as adult. So if you let your child become a couch potato now, then you bear some of the responsibility for their couch potato-ness as an adult, for their lack of healthy lifestyle, their body form, which will kind of dictate the kind of partner they're going to get, and couples who are not in shape physically, they often breed children who also have a lifestyle that is not good for them, and eat plus the foods, plus the entertainment. It's a whole vicious cycle. So do your kids and your grandkids a favor and push yourself to be disciplined and to be an achiever, and give a model example for them and push them to do it. Don't say, oh, it's okay. Put up a little bit of a battle, but it'll be part of your family's culture. Producers build wealth, and consumers burn wealth. So how can we promote it in our schools now to promote a culture of creativity and a passion for doing? Long gone are the times when teachers could stand in front of the classroom and just lecture on, and the kids sit there passively in their desks and take notes. Hopefully your school is a school of doers with a culture of creativity, and the classrooms are focused on problem solving, building leaders, and they're incubating artists, thinkers, and entrepreneurs, and problem solvers. This is what you should be demanding from your school. Of course, everyone won't be a leader, but everybody can be a contributor. So your teachers in your schools should require everyone to see themselves as sharing the problem, and have a responsibility to come up with contributing solutions to the problem. So do an audit of yourself, first of all, and later of your family. Audit your time and how it's used. Is it used to build skills and to create things, whatever the value is? Problem solving and just doing is better than just consuming. You know, the trend towards being consumers of entertainment is just shooting up. And of course, everybody's laughing about, yeah, it's okay, I just watched television all last night, I binge watched. That's a crime, huh? So it's easy now for those who have a creator's mentality to get ahead in the world, because the rest of the world is allowing themselves to be sucked into this world of entertainment where it's okay to be a couch potato. So you are giving your child and yourself a big head start in their life if you can create a culture of creativity in your home. Okay, I hope it wasn't too heavy on you. And so this again is Alexander Sebastian with Parents as Partners. And I hope you enjoyed this one. You can feel the fire that I feel about this. I'm very passionate about this, and hope you could share this with your family. Okay, click on subscribe if you would, and hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you for the next episode. Okay, thank you very much. Bye-bye.